Hey guys, hope you are doing well. Welcome to the first tutorial of this series of Python 3 from basics to advanced. In this section, you get an introduction and why you should learn Python 3. And we will discuss how you can install the softwares to start the coding in Python 3. This series is intended to the viewers who are keen to learn how to code in Python, and it is absolutely fine if you do not have any prior knowledge on programming, and I will touch all the basics for you. Please note, if you are totally new to Python 3, I will recommend you to please watch this video till the end, as this is very much required to understand my next subsequent videos, and I will also give you a tip and a homework near the end of the video. You also may skip this video and watch my next subsequent videos if you have already aware how to install Python with Anaconda distribution. But you may find some information and my tip helpful for your knowledge in this video. So let's understand why should we learn Python. Python is an open source programming language which supports object-oriented programming and can also be ran as command line mode. By open source, it is meant that the original source code of Python is made freely available and may be redistributed and modified, and the software is free to use, even commercially by anyone. Python also supports ML implementation, which is significant part of data science and artificial intelligence project. We all know AI and automation is the future of technology, and this is the reason this programming language is adopted by most of the technology giants and will offer you high paid jobs based on the knowledge you have on this programming language. Python is very strong programming language, but it is very easy to understand and learn for beginners, which makes it more popular. Python adopts very easy syntax and requires very less lines of code compared to other programming languages to achieve the same functionality. By the way, on a lighter note, if you are not aware what is syntax is, it is a set of rules you have to follow while writing a programming language, and functionality is the output of the code you want to achieve by writing that code. Python is supported by a big community and it is continuously expanding with new libraries, and they are open source as well. This makes the support of any kind of implementation in Python, and many functions are readily available, which makes the work of the developer much easier and reduces number of lines of code. Technology like machine learning is used to analyze huge volume of data to make machine learn and give prediction on new data. Python as a programming language can be used to support such implementation, from data preparation to providing predictions with various statistical metrics, which is helpful for analysis and is widely adopted for this activity. Today we live in the era of self-driving cars, and this has made possible with the help of computer visualization and artificial intelligence. And this is nothing but software code which is deployed for performing such activities. And Python is heavily used in this field. So now let's see how we are going to install Python. We would be using Anaconda distribution for individual, which is a free software. Anaconda has support to many packages like Jupyter Notebook and Spider and many others, all in one window. We will use Jupyter Notebook and Spider primarily in our tutorial series. It can be easily downloadable and installed on your machine by following some specific instructions based on the operating system you are using. So let's get started by visiting the following link, and I will also make this link available in the comment section. Now after you have launched the Anaconda website with the URL provided in the comment section, and you scroll down the little in that page and click that download button, it will take you to the installer section. You will find here a sets of installer for various OS and all are Anaconda installers. For Windows, you will find 64-bit graphical installer and 32-bit graphical installer. For Mac, you will again find a 64-bit graphical installer and a 64-bit command line installer. For Linux, you will find 64-bit x86 installer and 64-bit Power8 and Power9 installer. If you scroll up a little, you will find a link for documentation for Anaconda, where you will get various information including installation. So now let's discuss for Anaconda 3 Windows installation. The first step will be to download the installer. Based on your processor, you have to download the 32-bit or the 64-bit installer from the website. Next, you have to double click on the installer to launch the installation and click on the I agree button to agree the license agreement. The third step will be to select just me unless you are installing for all users, which will require Windows administrator privilege, and then click next. Next will be to select the destination folder to install Anaconda and click the next button. Choose whether to add Anaconda to your path environment variable by clicking on the checkbox. It is recommended that you do not check this box as per Anaconda website. Also, you have to choose whether you want to register Anaconda as a default Python program. It is recommended that you check this box. Next, click install. After the installation is done, click next button and again next button on the PyCharm screen. The PyCharm is the optional installation and we will discuss it about later. After successful installation, you will see the thanks for installing Anaconda dialog box and press finish to complete the installation. So now let's discuss the installation of Anaconda on macOS. So the first step would be to download the graphical macOS installer on Python 3 and double click the downloadable file and click continue to start the installation. Next step would be answer the prompts on the introduction, readme and license screens. The third step would be to click the install button to install Anaconda in default location, and that is what is recommended. Or you can also click the change install location button to install in other location. The fourth step would be click on the install button to start the installation and press continue on the PyCharm screen. The final step would be that after successfully installation, the screen will display you the message and you can close the screen to complete the installation. So now let's discuss of installation of Anaconda on a Linux system. So the first step would be to download the Anaconda installer for Linux. Next, you have to open a terminal and run the following command one after another displayed on the screen. Next, you have to input yes to agree the license agreement when prompted by the installer. Next, press enter to install in the default location, and this is what is recommended. Enter yes to run conda init to initialize the Anaconda 3. On completion of the installation process, the installation shows the message accordingly. You have to restart the terminal for the installation to take effect, and that's complete your installation on the Linux system. I will now provide you with a very useful tip if you are having issues to install Anaconda due to space constraint on your computer or limited internet speed, and you will be able to install a software which will be allowing you to do development on Python. If you go and check the Anaconda website and check on the sizes of the installers, you will find they are pretty large, around half a gig. So if you have limited space on your computer and limited internet speed, it is difficult for you to download such big package and install the same. For this use case, you may search for another software called Anaconda, which has all the basic packages for Python, and you can start your development. You will find the size of Anaconda is comparatively very low than Anaconda, and you can obviously download the other packages as and when needed. I will post the link for Anaconda in the comment section for you to download. For today's homework, please go ahead and install Anaconda or Anaconda based on your preference and let me know if you were successful in the comment section. If you face any issue, also do mention in the comment section and I will try to provide a resolution for the same. I would like to thank you all for watching this video till the end. Please go ahead and press the like button if you have liked this video, and also do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can receive the notification when I post my next video of this series. Thanks again, stay healthy and safe.